So, what if I told you that one of the most overlooked parts of your daily routine holds an astonishing treasure trove of information about your health?
Hmm. Intriguing. What are we talking about?
I'm talking about something you produce every single day, often without a second thought: urine. It's actually a remarkable kind of real-time window into your body's inner workings.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. People don't usually think of it that way.
Right. But, centuries ago, ancient physicians were already onto something. They were closely examining its color and smell for hidden insights. They just knew it held
They
secrets.
absolutely did. It was one of the original diagnostic tools, really.
Exactly. So today we're taking a deep dive into the science of urine, your body's health report. Our mission is to unpack why this often ignored fluid is far more than just waste.
It's more like a biological readout.
Precisely. It's truly a dynamic health report card waiting to be read, capable of revealing everything from your hydration levels, all the way to complex chronic diseases.
Right.
We're going to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from our sources, revealing just how powerful this incredible bodily fluid really is. So let's unpack this.
Yeah, let's do it. Because it's truly remarkable how complex modern science reveals urine to be. I mean, what seems like simple waste is actually an incredibly sophisticated mix of compounds.
Like what kind of things?
Well, things like urea, creatinine,
Yeah.
electrolytes, even the subtle traces of caffeine from your morning coffee or any medications you might be taking.
So it's not just random chemicals floating around.
Not at all. They're direct reflections of our inner metabolic machinery. And analyzing these components allows healthcare professionals to detect conditions like diabetes, kidney disease, or even infections remarkably early, often before you feel any symptoms at all.
Wow. So it's a powerful diagnostic tool right under our noses. Or,
Exactly. It's fascinating stuff.
that's a fantastic starting point. So when we talk about urine being this health report card, what are the fundamental components we're actually looking at? What's it truly made of beyond just, water?
Good question. Well, urine is largely water, around 95% of it, give or
Hmm.
take. It's that crucial remaining 5% that holds all the diagnostic secrets.
Okay, just 5%.
Yep. And this 5% is a complex blend of organic and inorganic compounds. It's packed with information.
And within that vital 5%, I understand the star player for organic components is urea.
That's right. Think of urea as a daily sort of quantitative report card from your liver on your protein intake.
Okay, so protein metabolism.
Exactly. It's a nitrogenous waste product from protein metabolism, and its levels directly reflect your dietary protein and how efficiently your liver is processing it.
Interesting. And then there's creatinine. I've heard that term.
Yes, creatinine is another key marker. It's a byproduct of muscle metabolism, specifically muscle energy use.
So it tells you about muscle.
It does. Its levels are a fantastic indicator of kidney efficiency because healthy kidneys filter it out steadily. And yeah, it can also give clues about your muscle mass.
Right. And beyond these individual markers, urine also carries crucial electrolytes like sodium, potassium.
Absolutely. Sodium, potassium, chloride. These aren't just names on a lab report. They're your body's unsung heroes, constantly working to maintain fluid balance.
And their levels change based on what we eat and drink.
Definitely. They're highly responsive to your diet and hydration status.
Okay. So that's the normal stuff.
Well, yeah, zooming out for a moment, while small amounts of uric acid and ammonia are perfectly normal constituents, the presence of abnormal substances is where it gets incredibly important for diagnostics.
Okay, like what?
For example, finding glucose in urine, a condition known as glycosuria. Well, that often points directly to uncontrolled diabetes because normally your kidneys reabsorb all the glucose.
So sugar shouldn't be there.
Correct. And if you see proteins, a condition called proteinuria that could very well indicate kidney damage, the kidney's filters are supposed to keep protein in the blood.
That makes sense. It's quite extraordinary when you consider the workload, right? Kidneys filter about 180 liters of blood daily.
It's incredible. Around 180 liters, yes. Yet they only produce about 1 to 2 liters of urine.
So it's really concentrated.
Exactly. This makes urine an incredibly concentrated, sort of distilled snapshot of your body's entire metabolic activity at any given moment.
But urine doesn't just speak in chemical formulas, does it? Our sources highlight that it offers immediate visual clues that pretty much anyone can spot.
Right, like a quick check-in.
Think of it as your body's daily forecast, visible right there in the toilet bowl. The color, for instance. It typically ranges from a very pale yellow to a deeper amber.
Yeah, that color comes from urochrome, right?
Exactly. It's driven primarily by urochrome, a natural yellow pigment that's created when your body processes old red blood cells. It's essentially what gives healthy urine its characteristic yellow hue.
So pale usually means you're drinking enough water.
Generally, yes. Pale urine signals you're well hydrated. Dark yellow or amber, that's a classic sign your body needs more water. Dehydration.
Pretty straightforward.
But what truly stood out in our research was how even a simple color change, like red or pink hues, what doctors call hematuria, can be a significant signal.
Okay, yeah, red flags literally sometimes.
Right. It could be something as common as a urinary tract infection, a UTI, or maybe kidney stones. But in rarer cases, it could also point to more serious conditions like bladder cancer.
So not something to ignore.
Definitely not. Just a simple color shift can really be a warning sign. And then there's clarity.
Yeah, whether it's clear or cloudy.
Ideally, urine should be quite clear. Cloudy urine, for instance, can often indicate infections, maybe white blood cells or even crystals forming, like from certain minerals.
And super clear. Is that always good?
Not necessarily. Unusually clear urine might actually suggest overhydration, which can dilute electrolytes, or even conditions like diabetes insipidus, which affects your body's water balance regulation.
Interesting. But that leads us to wonder, what about the smell?
Ah, yes, the odor.
It's more than just an unpleasant necessity, right? It can tell you things too.
Absolutely. Normally, urine has a mild, almost unnoticeable ammonia-like smell, especially if it sits for a bit.
Okay. But what if it smells different?
Well, if you detect a distinctly sweet or fruity odor, that can be a telltale sign of diabetes due to the presence of ketones in the urine. The body's burning fat for energy instead of glucose.
And a really bad smell.
A foul or unusually strong, pungent smell could definitely indicate a urinary tract infection, often caused by bacteria.
Right. And we can't forget the asparagus effect.
Oh, the classic example. That vegetable imparts a very distinctive sulfurous smell because of a compound called methanethiol.
It's quite potent, like rotten eggs almost.
Yeah.
But thankfully, harmless.
Totally harmless, just
Yeah.
noticeable. So these immediate visual and olfactory markers, the color, clarity, smell, they make urine analysis an incredibly accessible starting point for personal health monitoring.
They're quick checks, things you might notice yourself.
Exactly. They're often right there for you to observe. So what does this all mean for our daily lives? I mean, how does our lifestyle show up?
Well, the research makes it clear that urine composition is a direct mirror of our lifestyle choices. What you eat, what you drink, even medications. It all leaves its mark.
Okay, give me an example. Diet.
Sure. If you're on a high-protein diet, maybe you're lifting weights, eating a lot of meat or protein shakes, you'll naturally see elevated urea levels as your body processes those extra amino acids.
Makes sense. And fruits and vegetables.
Conversely, a diet rich in fruits and vegetables can actually increase antioxidant metabolites in your urine, like ascorbate, that's vitamin C, which potentially reflects, less oxidative stress in your body.
That's cool. And some foods have really obvious effects, right? Like beets.
Oh, yeah. Beets can tint urine pink or red, which can sometimes be mistaken for blood. It's called beeturia.
Good to know. Avoids a panic. And B vitamins.
Ah, yes. Those B vitamins in your multivitamin or energy drink, they can turn it a bright, almost fluorescent yellow.
Oh,
Totally harmless, just the excess being fleshed out.
right.
And it's truly fascinating how quickly common substances we consume show up in our urine, often within just hours.
Like caffeine. I need my coffee.
Definitely caffeine. After you drink coffee or an energy drink, caffeine and its metabolites like paraxanthine and theobromine appear in your urine within an hour or two, peaking relatively quickly.
So my kidneys are telling on my morning espresso habit.
Pretty much. Alcohol, too, produces ethanol and acetaldehyde, which can be detectable for up to maybe 12 to 24 hours, depending on how much you've had.
Okay. And medications.
Yes. Even many common medications you take, like antibiotics or painkillers such as ibuprofen, they pass through your kidneys. Traces of ibuprofen, for example, can be detected in urine for up to 48 hours.
Wow.
So these markers really highlight how urine provides a real-time reflection, not just of your overall health, but also your daily habits and choices. It's like a personalized chemical diary your body keeps for you.
That's a great way to put it. So while our habits are certainly reflected, urine analysis is also a cornerstone of professional medical diagnostics, isn't it? Offering truly non-invasive insights.
Absolutely crucial in clinical settings. Clinicians routinely use simple dipstick tests to quickly detect abnormalities right in the office or lab.
What can those dipsticks tell you?
They can flag things like glucose, which, as we said, is a key indicator for diabetes, or ketones, which might suggest diabetic ketoacidosis or even severe calorie restriction like fasting.
Okay. Anything else?
They also test for nitrates, which are often produced by bacteria, so that's a common sign of infections like UTIs, and things like protein in blood, too.
And beyond the basic dipstick, there's more detailed analysis.
Oh, yes. Microscopic analysis is really important. Looking at the urine under a microscope can identify specific elements like red blood cells, white blood cells, or even things called casts.
Casts, what are those?
Casts are tiny tube-shaped formations, basically molds of the tiny tubules inside the kidney's filtering units. Their presence can signal more serious kidney issues like inflammation or damage, conditions known as glomerulonephritis.
Gotcha. And finding blood cells under the microscope, that confirms hematuria.
Exactly. It might indicate a urinary tract infection, which, interestingly, affects about 50% of women at least once in their lifetime. But as we mentioned, it's also a signal that could, in more severe or persistent cases, point towards bladder or kidney cancer.
Right, so context is key.
Stepping back, one of the most critical roles urine analysis plays is keeping a close eye on your kidney's overall function.
How do they measure that?
Healthcare professionals frequently use tests like creatinine clearance and, maybe more commonly now, the estimated glomerular filtration rate, or eGFR. These are usually calculated from both urine and blood samples.
eGFR, I've seen that on lab reports.
Think of eGFR as a kind of speedometer for your kidneys. It tells us how well they're filtering waste from your blood. A low eGFR, specifically below 60 milliliters per minute, is a significant signal of kidney dysfunction.
And that's common.
Shockingly common. That level of kidney dysfunction affects an astonishing 1 in 7 adults globally. Many don't even know it.
Wow, okay. And protein levels are also critical.
Hugely important. Normally, urine protein levels should be very low, below 150 milligrams per day. Significant spikes in protein can indicate serious conditions like nephrotic syndrome, that's a severe kidney disorder where lots of protein leaks out.
Okay.
Or something like preeclampsia, which is a dangerous pregnancy complication characterized by high blood pressure and protein in the urine. It's monitored very closely during pregnancy.
Right, critical checks.
And looking to the future, which is really exciting, the rise of advanced urine tests like metabolomics is truly groundbreaking.
Metabolomics, what's that?
Imagine analyzing not just a few key compounds, but hundreds, even thousands of unique metabolites, small molecules involved in metabolism, all from a simple urine sample.
Okay. And what could that tell us?
Well, the research is aiming to build a comprehensive profile of what's happening deep inside your body. There's hope this could lead to detecting the earliest whispers of complex diseases like prostate cancer or even Alzheimer's, potentially years before symptoms manifest.
Seriously, from urine.
That's the goal. It shifts the paradigm from just reactive diagnosis to truly proactive prevention, allowing for interventions much, much earlier in the disease process. It's a glimpse into the future of personalized medicine.
That's incredible potential, all from a non-invasive sample.
Exactly.
So, given all these incredible insights, our sources even suggest a simple at-home experiment if you're curious to explore urine secrets firsthand.
Oh, like those test strips you can buy?
Precisely. You can actually use over-the-counter urine test strips, which are readily available for about, I don't know, $10 to $20.
And what do they check?
These strips usually allow you to check general parameters like pH, which tells you how acidic or alkaline your urine is, and also the presence of things like glucose and ketones, which we talked about. Some check for protein or blood, too.
Okay, so how do you do it?
The protocol is quite simple. First, you collect a midstream morning sample. Morning is often best as it's more concentrated in a clean, sterile container.
Midstream. Why midstream?
Good point. It just means you start urinating, then collect the sample, then finish. It helps flush away any potential contaminants from the opening.
Got it. Then dip the strip.
Yep. You dip the test strip into the sample for just a second or two, make sure all the pads are wet, then pull it out. After about 30 to 60 seconds, depending on the test, you compare the colors on the strip to the chart provided on the bottle.
And keeping notes helps.
Absolutely. It's incredibly helpful to jot down your recent diet, hydration levels, any medications or supplements you've taken, just to help contextualize your results.
Right, because context matters.
Totally. For example, if you've just had a few cups of coffee, maybe you'll see, well, the strips might not show caffeine directly, but maybe after a high-protein meal, you might notice, theoretically, changes related to kidney load. Those strips are basic. It's a fascinating kind of low-stakes way to see your body's signals in action.
Oh, in your own bathroom.
Right.
But how do you interpret those results safely?
Good question. Normal urine should typically be pale yellow, slightly acidic, usually a pH of around 6 to 7, though 4.5 to 8 is the range, and ideally free of glucose or ketones.
And if it's not?
Well, if you observe persistently dark urine or any abnormal readings on your strip, like positive glucose, ketones, protein, or blood, it absolutely warrants a follow-up visit with your doctor.
Yeah, this raises an important point. While these home tests can be interesting for initial insights, they aren't foolproof, are they?
Not at all. There can be false positives. For instance, from diet, like we said, beets mimicking blood, or even interference from certain medications or high doses of vitamin C.
And they might miss things too.
Definitely. Home tests inherently miss the more subtle abnormalities that only a comprehensive laboratory analysis can pick up. That might involve more sophisticated chemical tests or even that microscopic examination we talked about earlier.
Right. And serious conditions often need more than just a urine test anyway.
Exactly. Things like certain cancers require advanced imaging, like CT scans or MRIs, or even biopsies for a definitive confirmation, not just a strip test.
Plus, things like hydration can skew the results.
Yeah, for sure. Being really overhydrated can dilute your sample, potentially masking issues, while being dehydrated can concentrate things and maybe exaggerate certain markers like specific gravity or even creatinine slightly.
So, the bottom line is,
The crucial advice here is always consult healthcare professionals for an accurate diagnosis, especially if you have persistent symptoms like visible blood in your urine, pain when urinating, or any other concerning changes.
these tests are best used as maybe a curiosity sparker or a way to track known conditions under guidance, but not as a replacement for professional medical advice.
Perfectly put, not a definitive diagnostic tool on their own. So to kind of wrap up this deep dive, urine is far from mere waste. It truly is a dynamic, liquid chronicle of our health.
A constant feedback loop.
Exactly. Constantly reflecting our diet, our habits, and any underlying conditions. From the everyday presence of urea and creatinine to the fleeting traces of that morning coffee, all the way to critical disease markers like glucose or protein.
Its composition offers essential insights. It really enables early detection of issues like diabetes or kidney disease, sometimes long before other signs appear.
And while a simple at-home experiment can spark your curiosity and maybe give you some basic info, as we discussed, clinical analysis remains absolutely essential for precision and definitive answers.
You need the experts in the lab for the full picture.
Right. So as we navigate our personal health journeys, understanding urine truly empowers us to make more informed lifestyle choices. From how we hydrate to what we eat, and maybe even when to seek medical advice.
It gives you another layer of body awareness.
Hopefully this deep dive has given you, our listener, a whole new perspective on something you might have once dismissed as just. Well, waste, it truly is your body's personal daily health report card. So, what stands out to you after learning all of this? How might this new understanding change how you view your own body's signals day to day?
Makes you think, doesn't it?
It really does. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive and want to keep getting great information like this, be sure to visit Mind Expansion Daily. We'd love for you to like and subscribe to Mind Expansion Daily to stay informed and curious.
Definitely check it out.
And we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment if you agree or disagree with our summary of today's topic. Let us know what you think. Also, tell us where you're listening from. Our goal is to increase our reach worldwide.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see where folks are tuning in from. And what's truly remarkable here, just as a final thought,
Yeah.
is that every little detail about our biology, even in something as seemingly simple and, let's face it, mundane as urine, holds immense potential for understanding and ultimately improving our well-being. It's just a reminder of how intricately designed and informative the human body truly is.